qualities of a good data collection procedure and the reliability issues. Dear students, once we are determined that which is going to be our research design, we need to know that how we can make our data collection procedure more reliable and more valid. So in order to make our data collection procedure more reliable, we must know what is reliability and what are the reliability issues. So that must be known to a good researcher. The caliber of our data gathering strategy is actually the reliability and validity. When we say that the quality of a data collection procedure is really there and it is assured that the quality is found in the data collection procedure, then we must know how to create reliability and how to create validity within our research data collection and the procedure which is used for data collection. There are many procedures which may be used for data collection. And the question is that what are those procedures which suit your research design the most, right? And since there are so many research procedures, we must know about the basic pros and cons of particular research procedures and data collection procedures, right? So having so many research procedures actually make us think about that which research data collection is superior and which is really effective for our relevant research designs. Okay, so in order to determine that which research is good, which is a quality research, that's totally up to the data collection procedure. And which data collection procedure is really good, that is up to the quality of data collection procedure for answering our research questions, right? So any data collection procedure which is able to answer the research question is really the quality. That's the the reliability which is there, which is called quality. In other words, that a data collection procedure is reliable, it's valid, so it's quality procedure. Okay, so the ability to answer your research question is in fact the caliber of your data collection procedure. And we must know that how can we as a researcher, how can we make our data collection procedure more reliable and more valid, right? So the caliber is the quality, and the quality is the reliability, and it's the validity. So reliability is basically the internal consistency, the consistency of data results, that your data results are consistent. Okay, so that's the reliability. And validity is that does your test, your instrument, or maybe your observational procedure, does it really test what it is supposed to test, right? So we must be able to think about these two questions in hand before using it for our data collection, right? Because we'll be collecting data in order to address our particular research questions, right? Answering our particular research questions is totally up to your selection of data procedure, data collection procedure, okay? So reliability is about the consistency of data results, that your results are consistent, right? And then validity is that does your instrument, does your procedure actually, does it test what it is supposed to test? So these two are really important things, and they are addressed within research literature differently, right? So we must know how to create reliability and how to create validity. So more on reliability issues, we must be able to think about the quality of a data collection procedure. And remember that the quality of data collection procedure is directly proportional with reliability and validity, right? So it's the caliber of your data collection procedure which is which is creating quality for your research design. So as discussed earlier, reliability is consistency. Data results are consistent, right? They are persistent. And the example is that when two or more than two observers or raters or judges are used, so the point is that whether their rating or their judgment or their scoring, are they similar? Are they same, right? So if you are creating an instrument which is used for your data collection, data collection procedure, then you must be able to make it reliable. And reliability is when your raters, when your judges, when your observers, when they are coming up with consistent results, right? So if there is a difference between your two of the raters, the scorers, then of course your instrument or your observational procedure is not really reliable. So that's the point, that you must be getting results with consistency. So how would you create consistency? If your instrument and procedure is reliable, then you would definitely have consistent results. Okay. When using two or more than two observers or raters, for example, you must have same or similar results, right? Almost similar results. Okay. So that would show that your procedure and your instrument is reliable. And no matter who is using the instrument, so it's not up to the user. The user could be anyone. It could be the researcher himself. It could be a trained, a participant who is used by the researcher as a data collector. Okay, so that person, even if that is replaced with someone, then the data is even then similar. Okay, so that's a very good example that if you collect data yourself or you're hiring someone to collect data on your behalf, your instrument is so much quality-based instrument. It's so reliable instrument that the data collected is consistent. So that is the reliability of your instrument. And it is regardless of the time management. Okay, you may be using it today or tomorrow or maybe like 1 week or 2 weeks later, but the data which is collected, that is similar or that's almost the same. Okay, so that would show that your instrument and your data collection procedure is reliable. And the set of items, right? So when they are used, the set of items are also collecting almost similar results. So that's the basic idea of reliability, that your data results are consistent. And the consistency is, in other words, called reliability. So we'll keep discussing reliability for a while because it's something which is really important. And it's a bit complex also. So as researcher, we must know that how can we create consistency in our results, right? How can we create reliability to our research instrument? Okay, and that's an important question for every researcher. Our instrument, our data collection procedure must be reliable. If it's not reliable, then we are not actually getting the answers, the solution to the problem and the answers to the research questions. So before going for collecting data, we must be making sure that our instrument, our data collection procedure is really reliable.